All right, let's dive into a negotiation strategy that comes from a place you might not expect, the boxing ring. It's called the Tyson principle, and honestly, it could completely flip the script on how you approach any big conversation.
And there it is, the legendary quote from Mike Tyson himself. Now, I know, it sounds brutal, right? But it is the perfect, raw summary of what negotiation is really like. It's not about the plan you have in your head. It's about what happens in that split second when your plan smacks right into reality.
So this is the real battle right here. Your carefully laid out plan versus that sudden, out-of-nowhere punch from the real world. Every single negotiation is basically a fight between these two things. And figuring out how to handle that collision, well, that's the secret to coming out on top.
Come on, we've all done this. You spend hours, maybe even days, trying to build this absolutely flawless, bulletproof plan. You play the whole conversation out in your mind, like you're the writer, director, and star of your own movie. But that feeling, that's the illusion of control.
And this perfect plan usually looks something like this. We try to guess every single possible objection they could have. We literally script our opening lines, our counteroffers, maybe even a zinger for the end. Some people even try to plan out the pauses, for dramatic effect. We're trying to build this impenetrable fortress of preparation.
But here's the thing. That's the huge fundamental flaw. A negotiation isn't a speech you're giving. It's a dance with another person. A person who, by the way, has their own plan and their own surprises. So a rigid script, it's just not built for that. It's brittle, and it's pretty much guaranteed to shatter.
And this just lays it all out, doesn't it? On one side, you've got your plan. It's clean, it's scripted, it assumes everything is going to go exactly as you think. And on the other side, you've got reality, which is messy, unpredictable, and demands that you think on your feet. They're just two totally different worlds.
So, let's talk about that moment, the moment of impact. What does this punch actually look like when you're in a negotiation? How do you even know that your perfect plan just got completely knocked out?
Well, the punch is basically any unexpected thing that just totally torpedoes your script. It's that gut-wrenching moment where you look down and realize the map you were following is completely useless. Now you've got to find your way out, and you have to do it right now.
And these punches can come from anywhere. A really common one is your counterpart just doesn't react the way you thought they would. Maybe they laugh at an offer you thought was totally serious. Or maybe the stakes just change in an instant. A new competitor pops up. Or my personal favorite, brand new information gets dropped on the table out of the blue, changing everything. Yep, that's the punch.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about the problem. What about the solution? Well, it's not about trying to build an even better, more detailed plan. It's about adopting a totally different way of thinking, the mindset of a boxer. Always ready to move, to adapt, and to stay on your feet no matter what comes at you.
And this is so crucial. Your plan is important, but it's just a starting line. Its real value is measured in how quickly you can recover when things go sideways. Your ability to bounce back, that's way more valuable than any plan you could ever write down.
So how do we actually get better at this? Well, to be a better boxer, you've got to train 3 core things. First, thinking fast. Don't plan the whole conversation. Just have a quick plan B for your most important points. Ask yourself, if they say no to this, what's my very next move? Second, you have to listen. Really listen. Don't just wait for your turn to talk. Here's a trick. Repeat their last few words back to them like a question. It proves you're listening and gets them to explain more. The clues you need are right there in what they're saying. And third, adapt your stance. Be ready to pivot. If you're hitting a brick wall, maybe switch from being assertive to being more collaborative, or shift the focus to a totally different topic just to break the stalemate. Remember, the goal isn't to follow your script, it's to win the negotiation. And this all brings us to what might be the single most important takeaway from all of this. We need to completely rethink what it means to be prepared. It is not about having a bunch of lines memorized.
This is it. This is the whole thing. Real preparation is building up your mental agility. It's about practicing how you think on your feet. It's training your ability to listen and react. You're not rehearsing for a play. You're training for a live, unpredictable event.
So, I'll just leave you with this question. You can spend all the time in the world making your plan perfect on paper, but when that bell rings and the conversation starts, are you actually ready? Are you ready to adapt, to improvise, and to take that punch when it comes? Something to think about.